Welcome to Tush Twins, heard on malcolmpresents.com and it's heard around the world with my two Tush twin gals, Maxine and Paula. And as usual, Maxine started.
Rusty.
Rusty schmusty, you're Paula to me. So move over. Move over, Lucy and Ethel, Laverne and Shirley, Thelma and Louise, Betty and Wilma, and all the other gals who might be talking to each other from various parts of the world. Here come the Tush twins.
Tush twins.
We have tales of friendship from Brooklyn and beyond. Beyond, Maxine Faith and Paula Rose, aka Rusty, aka the redhead.
Thank you.
Will bring you through their
Thank you.
60 plus years of friendship with some levity, drama, joy, and unabashed plutonic love. We know each other so long and so well, our atomic particles have been joined at the tush. We hope you enjoy our tales, and that pun is intended.
Did you finish each other's sentences?
We do. We still do.
We start them and finish.
Right. Good. Bye.
Evil.
Ta-ta.
No. Ciao.
May.
Shalom. Shalom.
Ta-ta.
Ciao.
May.
Shalom. Shalom.
Ta-ta.
Me. Ciao.
Okay.
Wait.
Shalom.
Wait. Mine.
Oh.
Mine.
Mine.
Pierce is mine.
Okay, that's enough. Quiet.
No.
I said.
No, quiet, because
I have no control over you two.
Rosin, if you're listening.
mine. So
I
my question is,
yeah.
why is the sky high?
Because everybody's smoking.
Because it smokes too much.
That's right. You got it. Malcolm, you were really close. Yes, we said that line when we were a little kind of baked.
About 15 or 16.
We kind of got a little baked somehow with something. I don't know what, but we were a little baked. That's for sure.
But what we were talking about before about completing each other's sentences, I
Right.
don't know the name of the movie since we're doing movie and movie lines. It's a Charlie Chan movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jefferson was his chauffeur. They're not doing Charlie Chan anymore because they thought it was too racist, which I liked it. I didn't think it. But Charlie Chan has a black chauffeur, Jefferson. And
Mhm.
Jefferson goes to
I love those movies.
he goes to a prison, and there's a guy he knows from the old neighborhood that's a prisoner. And they start talking. And one of them says, "Do you remember?" And the other guy said, "Oh, yeah, I remember. He was married to." "Oh, yeah, no, but they divorced." They were finishing each other's thoughts.
Oh, that was funny.
And it was
Right.
funny.
Yeah.
And the other funny one was the Jefferson was played by an actor called Mantan Moreland.
Right.
But anyway, there's the one where Charlie Chan gets a ticket. And they're in the car, and Charlie Chan says, "So I couldn't make a U-turn," and he said, "No, U-turn." And
Oh.
U-turn, and they were playing anyway. You had to be there.
Well, today's show basically is about words.
Words. And there's
Famous
Wordle.
words from the
I don't know what-
movies, but
Yeah.
that's from the Monkees song, words that never were true, spoken to help nobody but you.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember that? Words with lies inside, but small enough to hide till your playing was through.
Well,
So
what-
their words could be happy and fun, or they could be evil.
Well,
We
yeah,
had words that-
there's been a lot of evil. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's been
Unfortunately,
it's been, all I can say is what's going back and forth. A line that came to mind when they were talking about this, and one of the things I remembered was the line, "You can't handle the truth." It was from a good
right.
few good men, and
Mhm.
no one can handle the truth.
Jack
They
Nicholson.
just can't. And the truth is, unfortunately, as a country, we are sliding.
The truth is, guns kill people.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
It-
and
it-
people with guns kill people. So there's a twofold there. You need gun control and you need to take away the guns from these people.
Well, you
it's
need
not them.
mental
it's the
health. You
Second
need
Amendment.
Health, the mental health.
mental health. The
But
Second
anyway,
Amendment.
Mental health.
The Second Amendment wasn't made for the independence of a person to own a gun. It was made for a militia to be put together, and that those people who needed to start a militia in the state could get guns. Where they come off to say that you can own an AK-47 and an AR-15 is beyond.
Wasn't that in the 1823 amendments? Wasn't that written back then? You have a Uzi? Wasn't it in there?
Definitely.
It must be.
oh
since-
yeah. Yeah, they-
It has to be.
Wait, this is we should, if anyone should own guns, it should be the muskets, because then you have to just put the little ball thing in it, and they listen to it go down the chamber, and then right, and then I think that we should just start something that says, you want to own a gun, own a musket. That's,
Okay,
that's
okay,
it.
you can do the T-shirt.
I don't know. The muskets for me. Three musketeers.
Muskets for sale.
Muskets. Oh, what did the muskets?
Muskets for sale.
What did the three musketeers used to say? All for one and one.
One and one for all.
Yeah, all for
Okay.
one and one for
We're
all.
the Three Musketeers.
That's right. We're
Yes, we
here,
are.
but we're not.
Wait, hold it. This is D'Artagnan.
Oh, that's the Penguin, which I didn't
That's
start,
the
but
Penguin, yeah.
Monty
I remember.
Python in their shows would go, it's just gone 8 o'clock and time for the penguin on top of your
On the
television set
telly.
to explode. Phew! They had incredible, I mean, they were amazing. Monty Python, we saw them at City Center, remember? They
Mhm.
were
Yes, we did.
They were,
And I
they were
saw
so,
Eric Idle the
so
last
ahead of-
10 years.
they were so ahead of their time. They just were. And whatever they've said, and stuff you can remember is pretty much today, it just fits in perfectly. There's nothing, nothing they say is really old. It just fits right in. It's amazing to me. But, there were a lot of things that we used to like on Monty Python. Silly Walks was one of them I always remember. But
The Dead
you would
Parrot.
always- the Dead Parrot, which I have all the words for, and it would also, don't say knee, say
Hey,
icky,
icky. And get me a shrubbery.
Well,
We are the knights that say knee. And then they became, we are the knights that formerly said knee.
right.
Now we say icky.
Right.
Speaking of Monty Python, have you guys seen Faulty Towers with
My favorite, one of my favorite shows. I know every single one, especially my favorite. My favorite one is when he gets hit in the head with his moose and the German tourists are at the house.
Right.
And they're saying, do not talk about the Germans. And he's going, oh, Germans, he's going, zig, and he's doing this whole thing. It was one of the funniest shows. And then there was Basil the Rat.
Basil the Rat. Oh God.
Yes, Basil the Rat.
Well,
I used to produce a show called The Cynic's Choice, which was a radio show that was on for, I didn't start it, it was on for about 30 years. And they used to, I'm blanking out on the name of the host, but he had the same CDs, for 30 years. He played the Monty Python, all the classic British
The
comedies.
best.
And he used to anticipate the punchline. So before the punchline was aired, he'd be laughing, he'd be cracking up because he knew what the next line would be.
It just makes, to this day, thinking about Monty Python, when I went to see Eric Idle performing Monty Python at Carnegie Hall a few years back, I was with my husband. He did not watch as much as I did. And he was looking at me because every time they came out of line, the audience is screaming. He's looking at me, how do you know all this stuff? I love Monty Python. And just now I just started watching with John Cleese, The Fish Called Wanda.
Fish called
Yeah,
Wanda
that
was
was
hilarious.
that was hilarious. I gotta see that again. But
It
some
was
of
on
their
PBS.
some of their quotes are just like insane, and it would come from a bunch of different. It would come Monty Python's Flying Circus, but then they
Yes.
had Life of Brian, Holy Grail, The Meaning of Life.
Mm-hmm.
There was just like a bunch of things, and some of the lines, like it's like, well, Monty Python, they used to start sometimes with, "We interrupt this program to annoy you and make things generally more irritating." And that's how they would kind of start sometimes. And it was like,
And
what?
now for something
Complete-
completely different.
Right. And then they would have things like in the dialogue, "My brain hurts. Shut up, you American. There's nothing wrong with you that an expensive operation can't prolong." I mean, things that they put out there it's like, and this is today we can use this silly line. Everyone's bickering about what's going on, and their line was, "Let's not bicker and argue over who killed who." Okay, that kid pretty much gets it
But I
there.
think Monty Python and English humor is an acquired taste, because I know people, who listen to it and are completely stone-faced. They don't get it. So I don't know.
I think their humor was hysterical.
But we're talking about lines, the lines of movies that someone will give you the line and you'll know the movie with just one line. It's like, and you prepared the list, Max, like, "Show me the money."
Right. That was Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire.
Right.
And that was that was a Cuba Gooding Jr.
Right.
Yeah.
Show me the money.
Show me the money.
That was a good one. I mean, it's like my favorite, and I screamed this at my nephew this weekend. I kept going, "Plastics," and then I would scream out, "Recycle." It's like, it takes on a whole different meaning. But where was
Plastic
that?
with The Graduate. I picture that him
Right.
swimming underwater.
Right, The
With that
Graduate.
big party.
Yeah,
Secret to success, plastics.
right. The key to success is plastics, and the guy was right. But now it's not the secret. It still is the secret to success, except now it's permeating the planet, and we have particles of plastic in our body. Not to be
And I think Paula is
a downer.
topic
I don't know.
that she's walking away.
She's
But
walking
okay,
away.
who said this? "Why don't you come up and see me sometime?"
Mae West.
Mae West. That was her famous line.
Right. That was
Yes.
something that was
Well, how about this? I need a machine that goes beep.
beep.
That I'm unaware of.
That's Monty
Okay,
Python.
that's from Monty Python from the Meaning of Life. He's going for an operation. He says he can't go, the doctors can't go in there, or the patient can't go into the room to have the operation unless there's machines that go beep.
Right. And all you
Beep.
hear when you're in a hospital is machines
Beep.
that go beep.
Beep.
And every time it just goes into your brain.
Or speaking of Mae West movies, when she I think it's the same movie with the Cary Grant saying, "Is that a banana you have in your pocket, or are you happy to
Well,
see
you're
me?"
just happy to
Are
see
you
me.
just happy to see me, big boy? Ha ha.
Well, you can do the lines.
Yeah. Well, how about this one? "It's alive! It's alive!"
I'm not sure.
Igor.
Young
Igor.
Frankenstein, Mel Brooks. He's another freaking genius. Another genius who had, I mean, just the fact that there's a song in the producers called "Springtime for Hitler" in Germany. I mean, just think, it's just remarkable what he got away with.
I don't know with today's sensibilities whether that would go over.
Why? His show won 10.
No, it went over then, and now it's
That
becoming classic. But I don't think it's
All right, I
someone
have a
else came.
question for you.
Yeah.
How can a 5-ounce bird carry a 1-pound coconut?
His beak has to be pretty
Tell me
strong.
the answer.
Where is this? Is this a Monty Python or something? What is this?
That's from the beginning of the Holy Grail.
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
It's the
yeah.
coconuts when they're going.
Right.
Okay, then is that an African or a European swallow?
I don't know. Is
An
We're
it?
going too
African
much-
swallow, maybe
going too
not
much
a
into
European
Monty
swallow.
Python.
That's my point.
Well, because Monty Python was they were geniuses, I say, geniuses. Another one, you had me at hello. You had me at hello.
Oh, yeah, that's,
We just
da, da, da,
mentioned it.
da.
It's from the same movie as Show Me the Money. That's a hint.
Money, yes.
Jerry Maguire.
But here's my
again.
favorite quote. Your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries.
That's not- well, that's also a Monty Python. I mean, when we were
All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
right, that was
A classic, Sunset Boulevard.
right, Sunset Boulevard. But I remember one morning I shot an elephant in my pajamas. How he got in my pajamas, I don't know.
I'll never know.
I'll never know. That's
Well, what about, okay,
animal
swordfish.
crackers.
Okay, swordfish. Where's that
Swordfish.
from? Swordfish.
I thought it was from SNL, but it's from something else.
Nope, nope.
What's it?
Swordfish is from the Marx Brothers movie. It's from whatchamacallit, the one where they're
Not
animal crack.
animal crackers. It could be animal crackers. 'cause-
Animal crackers. It's from
because-
Animal Crackers.
Right, because it's the same line as I shot an elephant in my pajamas and how. he
Well,
got
the
there.
well, here's the thing about swordfish. One day, Dennis, we were living on 29th Street. We're on the 30th floor. We're home at 4 o'clock in the morning. There's no one up. He goes to the incinerator, stark ass naked. He just crossed the little door for me. He's just throwing things down. I shut the door on him.
No. Are you
I
serious?
lock it. And I say, what's the
No.
secret password? Yeah, ask him. I said, what's the secret password? You knew this. What's it? He goes,
I kind
me in.
of
I
let
go-
it out of my head, but go ahead.
what's the secret password? I said, tell me the secret password. Let me in the effing door now. People are, I hear the elevator. No,
No, you
I
didn't.
did.
No,
I
you
swear to God.
didn't. Oh
And
my
I said, he goes,
God.
what's the effing password? I
Why
said,
would he
"Say
freaking go to the incinerator room without it? Oh Lord.
because it's 4 a.m. He just went out because no one's there. So he thought he could really fast.
No.
So then I go, say swordfish. He goes, swordfish. Okay, come on in.
Oh,
And you're still married?
yeah. I don't know.
I'd like to get him on the show one time.
And that'll lead me to this one. Candy Gram for Mongo.
Candy Gram for Mango. Candy Gram for Mango.
Candy Gram for Mongo. What movie?
Blazing
movie?
Saddles.
That's right. With Blazing Saddles. And then he got the telegram and it was something, he goes, they accused him of being not a guy. He goes, me Mongo, me
Mongo.
straight.
Straight.
me Mongo, me straight. And then he punches a horse.
Yeah, then the horse goes down.
Right, the horse goes down. I love
Another
that
one with-
movie.
Of Robert De Niro. You talking to me?
You talking to
You talking to
me?
me?
Was that Taxi Driver?
It's the taxi driver.
Yeah,
Taxi.
you talking to me?
You talking to
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, I don't know. I
Well,
like
cool
this.
down, Luke.
Yeah.
And I forget who said it. What we've got here is a failure to communicate.
Yeah, well, that's
Mr. Other Martin.
That's pretty obvious that the failure to communicate is pretty much what's going on these days. And to
Getting
that I
back to
say,
reality, huh?
get your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape. Where's that from?
Oh, that's a Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes, right? Of course. And
Yeah,
then,
well, actually, we should have a 20 question type of thing or Jeopardy.
yeah,
You do
something
the
like
quotes and you
that.
do the movie, or you do the character that said it in the movie.
Right, that would be fun. That would definitely be
How
fun.
about, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
It's Gone with the Wind. I
Rick
remember
Butler.
that.
Do you realize that line when they said "damn"? The movie was almost censored.
Really?
They had a hard time getting that word in the script.
Yeah, well,
Can you imagine that when "damn" was a word you couldn't use?
damn. Damn. Who would say that? One of the conductors.
That was John Motley.
John Motley. Yep, I told you.
Every
that.
time we had a rehearsal, John Motley would go,
Damn.
damn, that's not right.
Right, I remember
And he
that.
was right.
He was right. So I
You know,
have two.
somebody said, Susquehanna Hat Company. Is it two times? Susquehanna Hat Company.
Abbott and Costello.
Slowly I turned, step by step,
Slowly I
inch
turned.
by inch.
That was also Abbott and Costello and the Three Stooges did it.
And Daffy Duck.
I haven't heard
Daffy
Didn't there
Duck.
wasn't a Looney Tune did that
Yeah.
somewhere?
Yes, they did.
Well, my
Yes, they
favorite
did.
lines from Daffy Duck was when he was married and his wife was annoying him, and he would go, "Yes, my love. Yes, my love."
That's my love.
my
Right,
love.
right. Well, I how about this one? Nobody puts baby in a corner.
That was just the anniversary of that
Dirty
movie.
Dancing.
Dirty Dancing.
Right. I love that movie.
I love her.
love that movie.
Yeah,
I
she was
do,
great
I
in it.
do. It's great.
I didn't like when she got the. I think she got a nose job, and
Yeah, that
Did a
kind of
whole face job. Yeah.
it kind of messed her up because people were used to her like that, which she
Yeah.
looked beautiful. I mean, she was still pretty, and why
she was so
she
delicate.
did that? Between Dirty Dancing, God, and Ferris Bueller, Day Off.
Bueller.
Bueller.
Jennifer Grey, Joel Grey's daughter.
Yes,
Yes.
Jennifer Grey. She played the sister.
And you know her grandfather. You know who her grandfather was? Let's see how good you
Nicky
are.
Katz.
Nicky
Nicky
Katz,
Katz.
Jewish
Yes.
comedian.
Yes, I had all his albums growing up as a kid. My parents would always play at the King of Delancey Street.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That was one of the funniest.
And who
Well,
played the father? Let's see if you remember in that Dirty Dancing.
That was, what's his name?
that he was on the
Law and
Law and
Order.
Order.
Law and Order.
Jerry Orbach,
Jerry Orbach.
Jerry Orbach.
Yeah,
who most people
was-
don't know is a singer also.
Yes, he
was-
was on
he was-
42nd Street.
42nd Street, Chicago, and
Mhm.
I saw him in Mac the Knife, Three Penny Opera.
Hmm.
I love Three Penny Opera. That was one of my favorite shows.
That
was a
was
great
a
show.
small theater de Lys in Greenwich Village. That was in the mid-60s.
Right.
We used to
Wow.
see the Fantastics.
Fantastic.
I
I'm
saw
trying
that.
to think of the name of the theater. It was on
It
McDougal's.
was this little theater on McDougal.
Yes.
It wasn't Cherry Lane. It was something else.
No, it's a tiny little
It
place.
was even smaller than
was
Cherry
great.
Lane. Which
That at one time was the longest running play in New York. It might be still running.
Yes,
that had
somewhere.
that had Time to Remember. The kind
Try
of
to remember
remember
time.
when
Try to
you-
remember the time to remember when you were young and
Right. Yep.
and
yep,
also, yeah, then follow.
I'm
follow,
still
follow.
young.
Yeah, that was a good one. I know my
Follow,
parents took
follow.
right. That was it. My parents took me that for one of my birthdays. I wanted to see
Yeah, my
it.
mom took me and I saw it about 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, I think
Different
I saw it twice.
casts.
I think I saw it twice.
Or
But
the
it
movie that had some fantastic quotes, of course, was Casablanca.
Right.
Here's looking at you,
But
kid.
there's,
Here's looking
yes,
at you,
but
kid.
he never said play it again, Sam.
No,
That was
He
hype,
never
huh?
said that.
yeah, but I think
Yes,
they said
that
play it
was-
again,
I think they said
Just
but never
play
play
played
that
it.
song again for me, Sam.
That is such a beautiful song. I love that one.
yeah. Oh, you must remember this.
You would
Kiss
just
is
remember
still a
this. A
sin.
kiss is still a kiss.
Smile is just a smile.
And this
Yeah.
is so well done. Now the Michael Curtiz
Mhm.
was a director, and if you see, he directed so much during that period. It seems like every week he had another hit movie out.
Yeah.
But there's such
pretty-
famous lines, and I love when they did it. They did it black and white.
Right. They sometimes the black and white, there's something an attraction to it that, you just wanted,
Well, the shadows, what's in focus, what's out of focus, what's in the shadow, which is dark. There's one scene where Ilsa comes into the restaurant, and she has Sam, and Sam starts playing as time goes by, and Rick sees it, runs to
Mhm.
Sam and says, "I told you never to play that again." And Sam just nods up, and he sees Ilsa. And the
Oh, I
moment that-
told you to never play that again. It's probably
Yeah.
where the line kind of started.
Yeah, and
Maybe.
yeah, but Rick sees Ilsa, and all of a sudden it shows you the face. It doesn't say anything, but his jaw drops just like an inch, and that this
Yeah.
was
It's
traumatic.
a great movie. It's one of my favorite movies.
Well,
And it's-
Alfred Hitchcock did a lot of black and white, like most of his films, Psycho and The Bird, all the films were black and white, and the way he filmed them, you just, if it was in color, it wouldn't have
Film
been
noir.
right,
Film
right.
noir.
The
well,
29
I
steps.
still like, when I do photography, I like black and white photography.
Mhm.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who,
Because when you do color, people say, oh, that is so beautiful, it's almost real.
but it is real.
But it's not, but it's almost real. When you do black and white, it conveys a feeling.
Right, you have different, the shadows and what,
Right.
yeah, I agree. I mean, there's a place for both, but
Yeah,
but a lot of the movies that, the black and white films, there's something about them, except when you watch The Wizard of Oz and it goes from the black and white and
Black and
color.
white
all
to
of a
color.
sudden,
That's
Well, but-
amazing.
blends in,
The
yeah.
Wizard of Oz has to be
Oz.
in color.
Well,
Well, here's my
when you go-
favorite line from any movie. My all-time favorite from Who's on First? What's on Second? I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Third base.
Third. Is that from a movie or is that from a skit they
I
did?
think it's from their skit. I
No,
don't
it's
think
from a movie. It's from the St. Louis.
Maybe
It was from a movie originally. Then they did it on their TV show.
Yeah, and then they did
And
a
all the lines and everything
standalone.
they did was from their TV, from the movies originally, like Little Joe playing dice, or the Susquehanna Hat Company.
Susquehanna Hat. They also that was done there, another one, Niagara Falls. I think they did
Slow,
that.
Niagara
yeah.
Falls, slowly I turn
Slowly I
right.
turned.
They
So-
had that in the movie. That's with what's his face? It was meets Frankenstein. That's with Lon Chaney.
No.
He was a werewolf. Slow.
Oh, yeah, well, I love it, like when the werewolf meets Frankenstein meets Dracula.
Oh,
I
they had
love all those movies.
those
I
crazy
love anything
movies.
Abbott and Costello.
So
I mean,
I'm looking at the notes because I printed out like these one-liners, right? So
Yeah,
like
you-
in
You
the
have
50,
18 pages of one-liners I have
wait,
here.
wait, anyway, well, it's 10 total, but it's here are 4 in a row, which are interesting. The first one, which is number 51, is it safe? And that was from
Oh, that's from the Boys from Brazil.
no, Marathon Man.
Marathon Man.
Right. And then the next one after it is no wire hangers ever. So you have, is
Oh,
it
that's
safe?
from what's her name?
Mommy dear.
Mommy Dearest.
Right, right. And then the next one after that is hasta la vista, baby.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Yeah, and that was, of course, Arnold in the
He
Schwarzenegger.
delivered some great lines.
right.
I
Absolutely.
mean, the way he says it.
Yeah, it was cool. And then the next one is, because you want to just run away after those first 3, is open the pod bay doors, Hal. And that's 2001.
Two
Space
one.
Odyssey. I mean, that's a classic that people still don't understand. And I'm still trying to figure it out for the most part. And I saw it a couple of times. I saw it on,
What are you trying to figure out?
the what did that monolith really mean?
The computer took over, which is
Right, which is
So
what's
true, too.
happening now.
it's so true, right? It was way before its time.
Way before his time, and it's and then there's of course the famous hello gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Hello, gorgeous.
Who's that
From,
from? You know that one. Come on, Rusty.
That's
Streisand.
from Funny
Girl.
Girl.
Funny girl.
Funny
right?
Girl.
And Barbara
Right.
Streisand said that because she couldn't believe that Omar Sharif was in love with her or would be attracted to her.
Right. Oh, he was
Who
beautiful.
played Nicky Arnstein.
He was good looking dude, man.
Okay, who
Seriously.
said my brain is fine, but now my instep aches?
Who said that?
John Cleese playing
It has to be
DM
Monty.
Gumby. That's from Gumby, when he did
Uh-huh.
Gumby.
Oh
Mm.
God, Gumby.
I love Monty Python.
You're
It's
so
like my
weird.
favorite.
Monty Python.
Yeah, well, she's a Monty Python freak. But how about this one? Life is a banquet, and most poor suckers are starving to death.
That I don't know.
No.
And anti-mame,
No.
Oh, yes, I love Auntie Mame.
But the famous one, I'll have a martini shaken, not stirred.
Oh, mine,
Mine.
Gold
Mine.
finger.
Mine.
Except it was
Mine.
Sean. It was Sean. It was
Sean.
Sean. And it was
He-
Goldfinger.
He's
Right.
he's my favorite, Sean.
Of all the yeah.
Actually,
He was
I
the
like
one-
David Craig also, the latest one.
Oh, he was wonderful. I think Daniel Craig, I wish they didn't kill him off, because I'm sorry he's not gonna be
you
in it.
just said things you should not have said if people didn't see it, you ding dong.
Oh,
Oh,
give me a break. It's been
yeah.
on for over a year and a
Been on
half.
for more than that. Yeah.
So, yeah,
and
screw 'em.
anyway, my dearies, you have to give us some lines because the show is over.
The show is over.
The show
Oh,
is over.
Show is over. It's time to stop quoting.
That
Who's
went
saying that?
well, at this point, I'm not gonna take it out. I'm gonna try to find what I did with it and I can't find it.
What'd you
Oh,
do with
well.
what?
Me, icky. Don't say me.
Maxine,
Okay.
Ipish,
Schnoodle.
Ipish,
Schnoodle.
Ipish.
What the hell does
Schnoodle.
that mean?
Schnoodle?
What
To this
what?
day, I have no
What?
idea.
We said this
What
with
are
our
Ipish
Dan-
and Schnoodle?
that was Cheryl. She was the one who started that. Ipish and
Yeah, I
Schnoodle.
know.
We have to ask her. She's too busy traipsing around Mexico right now.
Whatever it
Having
is, it sounds like a Yiddish word. Any word that sounds like it's a schnoodle or an SH, SCH, I always think is Yiddish.
Well,
I always thought colander was a Yiddish word.
Colander.
Colander.
Oh, it's okay. When I play golf,
green
you hit the
pasta,
hazel.
colander.
I keep calling it hazel. Oh, yeah, I'm hitting the hazel.
The
right.
chazel?
It's a hazel, but I call it the hazel.
What's
when
a
I play
hazel?
golf.
Oh,
It's you have the head of your golf club, and right above it, if you hit on the stick, whatever that thing is, I play golf. I don't even know what it's called. And it's called the hazel. And I call it hazel.
Chazel.
It's a
Yeah.
hazel.
Well,
Whatever.
So
in
words
keeping with me
mean,
and
What do words mean?
yeah, words
Words-
mean everything
What?
and nothing.
Words mean different with each generation. Like I remember we used to have a gay old time or a gay 90s.
say
That
that in
doesn't
Florida,
exist
you'll get
anymore.
arrested. So, I don't know. I mean, now they don't even speak in words. They have, just OMG, oh my God, or
Yeah.
all these other things.
Or someone said, let's hook up.
Yeah, but
Hook up to me is you take a parachute and you hook it up.
yeah, no, well, hookup is, well,
Well,
that.
hookup in the 80s meant something completely different.
Yeah,
Or now when someone agrees with you, my kids agree with you, I'm down on that. What do you mean you're
Right.
down on that?
yeah.
When I was down on something, it was negative.
Well, not now.
But anyway, my children,
All right. Well, we're out. We're
out.
good.
Think of good
Goodbye.
things.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Good luck. Get out.
Or
Where
as
was
they say,
that from?
ta-ta for now.
Ta-ta.
Shalom, shalom.
Ta-ta. And then I'm gonna just give a quick reference to my brother Mitch. Would
Oh,
have
yeah,
been his
Mitch,
75th birthday today.
Happy
And
birthday, Mitch.
we're thinking about him up in the stars, probably
Mhm.
jamming with Phil and with maybe Frank Zappa up
And,
there.
and Mama making her comments.
Right, but this is the line, my favorite line of his is, and it really makes sense because it doesn't, because his line is, nothing makes sense and plenty of it.
Yep. With
Yeah,
that, with that, I'll
That's
say
total
goodbye.
Mitchisms.
Then I'll say goodbye.
Yep.
Bye.
Ciao.
Maine.